New questions tonight about California's new fast food labor law. It goes into effect on Monday.
But some business owners are still trying to figure out if it even applies to them. KCRA 3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala explains why an ice cream parlor is raising these questions and the hurdles that one woman has had to go through to even get those answers.
Yeah,
Ashley?
We've been in contact and in touch with a small operator of One Handles ice cream shop in Southern California. Now, although Handles has 125 locations across the country and 40 of them are in this state, Gabby Campbell tells us neither she nor the corporation were included in the making of this law. As we have been reporting, the last-minute negotiations of it involved the use of non-disclosure agreements at the insistence of the labor group, the SEIU. Now, the small franchisee has found that federal law does not consider ice cream shops and other snack vendors like it as fast food restaurants. She says she's not even asking to be exempt from the law, just simply for clarity.
I started this on my own.
For the last 6 months, Gabriella Campbell has been trying to get answers.
My husband and I had just been opened approximately 2 years. So we were running an ice cream store, which we never would have imagined would have been lumped in a fast food category.
She's the operator of One Handles ice cream shop in Southern California. Her employees are mostly high school students, squeezing a few hours in between school and sports practices. During the busy season, with tips, she says they can make more than $20 an hour.
I read the bill thoroughly, top to bottom, and I started picking out some words in particular, limited service restaurant.
Doing her own research, she found federal law does not consider shops like hers limited service restaurants, which is what California's new law is supposed to apply to. She said she contacted the governor's office without getting a response multiple times. She said she also reached out to Assemblyman Chris Holden, who wrote the law, but has said he was not in the negotiations of it. She said his office suggested she contact SEIU.
And SEIU was willing to take a look at the bill, offered some cleanup, and offered to look at what we were discussing in regards to not being the intent of the bill. And then upon further contact with SEIU, they also decided that their scope was very limited and most likely would not be able to carve out an exemption for us, so that we would probably need to write our own bill.
Campbell said on March 15th, a representative with SEIU was scheduled to visit her shop to determine where it stands in all of this.
They were flying from Sacramento, and apparently it was very windy, and the flight kept getting postponed and postponed, I think till it was probably going to be too late for that member to fly to San Diego. So they decided to cancel the meeting, and as of this morning, it has not been rescheduled.
So at this point, knowing what you know now about this law, everything you've read, how the lawmaker who wrote it basically said he had no involvement in the final negotiations of it, the SEIU's use of non-disclosure agreements. I mean, how does reading all of this make you feel?
It's upsetting. It's upsetting that someone can write a law like this, hand it over to unions, and walk away from it.
You said you've hired an attorney and a lobbyist. Is legal action on the table for you at this point?
I think everything's on the table.
Now, in response to this story, the SEIU referred us to the California Labor Commission, which falls under the Department of Industrial Relations. We are still waiting to hear back from it. We are also still waiting to hear back from Assemblyman Chris Holden, who wrote the law, and Governor Gavin Newsom's office. And the questions we have posed to them is, why is SEIU, a labor organization that was not elected by California voters, California taxpayers, why are they determining who's in and who is out? Again, we are still waiting for their response.
And this is just one example of many folks who I know that you've spoken with who are asking these questions about this law.
Exactly.
Does this apply to me? So what about the Fast Food Council? Are they helping at least her with any of this?
Yeah, well, the short answer is no. At this point, she actually called into their first meeting a couple weeks weeks ago. We were there when it happened, and she explained her concerns to the council. The council didn't really have a chance to discuss her issue publicly, at least. She did speak with the Labor Commission's attorney, which is legally guiding that council, but she says she left that conversation with more questions than answers. So, I mean, there's days left until this law goes into effect. And she's figuring out what to do.
Still trying to get the answers up to the wire, really.
Exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
Ashley, I
Thank
know you
you.
keep asking those questions.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.